If you want to be happy or if you want to be happier, these are 10 habits to practice every day. And without further ado, let's dive onto it. The first and quite possibly the most powerful one is to practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude is something that everyone talks about, but the funny thing is once you try it, you kind of believe it also. And the more you practice it, the more you become better at it. So what's the opposite, correct? Someone that loves to complain. You know, if you go to Hardware Zone, for example, you'll see so many complaints from people who are just spending time there to tear other people down. It becomes toxic because, as what Oprah Winfrey has mentioned, if you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never have enough. Gratitude is always beautiful and it pays off in the end. Focus instead on the positive aspects. Don't focus on others, focus on your own positive aspects in your own life and express appreciation for what you already have. If you have a humble house, it may not be a big one, but at least everybody's safe. You know, in Singapore, nobody lives in a refugee tentage. But there are actually many who don't have their own rooms. They will gladly trade for privacy and the comfort that you already have. Number 2, positive thinking. Happy people tend to be optimistic and worry less. So how to practice it is to look for the good in every situation. You know, if you've been hoping for your house to go en bloc and it failed, never mind. You know, if you've been looking for a promotion but it didn't come, maybe next time. The more thankful I became, the more my bounty increased. That's because what you focus on expands. When you focus on the goodness in life, you create more of it. You know, I handle investments, and in stock markets, things can go up and down. And when things are down, it's really important to stay positive and be patient. Investors in general need to be optimistic because all bear markets come to an end. Staying positive will allow you to not make rash decisions in investments and sell an investment just at its darkest hours, only to jump to a shiny object that comes crashing down next. I strongly believe that I've unearthed many Singapore stocks that are undervalued on this channel, and in my portfolio I own a lot of small cap stocks and REITs. If you're also looking to invest in Singapore stocks, let me bring on today's sponsor, who is Moomoo. Moomoo's right now running a National Day campaign whereby they're charging $0 in commissions. This National Day campaign is termed Rediscover Singapore, as always, because Singapore has a lot of undervalued stocks. If you're a new user to Moomoo, do check out their new sign-up promotions, which is worth up to $700. The maximum tier is when you deposit $10,000 and perform 5 buy trades. In that way, you will get to earn the guaranteed returns for Moomoo Cash Plus. You will get 1 free C-Limited stock and 1 free Apple stock. It's a fantastic offer. And if you're keen to get started, look for my referral links below. Just by signing up, you already get their welcome rewards such as the Moomoo Cash Plus 5.8% guaranteed returns, as well as 1 year commission free for Singapore stocks. You will see real-time codes and the platform is very easy to use. I'm a user of the platform myself and you can actually look for me right there on Moomoo. As always, check out the referral links below to sign up today. Point number 3, avoid dwelling on regrets. You know, when it comes to stock investments, there are always regrets, correct? You missed out on buying this stock and it goes up to the moon. You decide not to cut loss on the stock and it continues to go downwards. But regrets affect a lot of aspects of our lives. You could have taken on this job, you could have been with this person, you could have bought this house, and maybe with that I can share with you a quick story. I was once viewing Landmark Tower before I bought this place. Landmark Tower is in the Outram area and I'm pretty familiar with it. I knew about the en-bloc potential, but it was pretty rundown. Instead, I decided not to buy that. And what did I know? Landmark Tower really got en-blocked. That's why right now there's a new development. If I bought a unit over there which I viewed, I could have easily made $300,000. You heard it right? $300,000, even factoring renovation costs that were wasted. Seller stamp duty because the en-bloc would have taken place about a year into owning that place itself. But as always, cry, forgive, learn, move on. Let your tears water the seeds of your future happiness. I guess you also have a story to share for yourself, and as always, leave them in the comment sections below. And if you are already for the better, maybe it's not worth to dwell on regrets. The 4th habit to stay happy is to avoid excessive comparisons. On the investment front, you'll see people bragging about their investment returns and stuff. It's common. It's common to think maybe you could have done a bit better. But that typically is just an incomplete story because people don't share their losses that often. What about other aspects in life? Parents, we compare children. Young working professionals, they tend to compare material wealth. So as always, don't rake up debts to live it up like the Jonases because that will cause financial stress and unhappiness. That is why 31% of Singaporeans have unsecured debt. And even those in the higher income space, $10,000 and more, you will see that 38% of them have unsecured debt. So if I'd like to pull up this wisdom, which is don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. Habit number 5, be kind and be compassionate. Happy people tend to be kind and compassionate to others, and I like to quote, happy people show empathy, help others in need, and engage in acts of kindness, which not only brings joy to others, but boosts their own sense of well-being. I fully agree with that. That's why I've donated monies via my Georgetown bursary, whereby all my sales proceeds from the members channel over here, as well as my ebooks that I sell, as well as courses, all goes towards funding the 10,000 per year committed to NTU to help 2 needy students. I've met them personally on my Zoom, and hopefully I've impacted their lives positively. There are other ways to donate, not only just money. You can donate your effort, and that's through volunteer work. Habit number 6, leading a healthy lifestyle. You know, when you're sick, it's really hard to be happy. Taking care of your physical health is quite possibly the most important role in staying happy. But health is always like that. You need to make ongoing effort. Exercise regularly, eat the right things, lead the right lifestyle. You know, previously I used to not think too much about personal trainers. When I was young, I actually worked in California Fitness, and I saw the packages that personal trainers were selling. But coming to this age, I realized personal trainers actually have a value, because many of us are looking to get fit, and a personal trainer helps set certain accountability and certain progress trackers to ensure that you can hit the goals that you want. That's why my view now is that personal trainers may have a value if the ultimate goal is to stay healthy. Sharing a bit on my own, I actually spend money on golden kiwi, which is a very high vitamin fruit. I spend on vitamins. I actually play badminton every week. And of course, the last kicker for staying healthy, which is to laugh more. Habit number 7 to stay happy is to embrace continuous learning. Happy people engage in lifelong learning because you only live one life. With that, I'd like to bring this quote: happiness is not a goal, it's a byproduct of a life well lived. And continuous learning is a foundation to have a fulfilling life. What is the opposite? I guess we all know. Someone who's arrogant and someone who has an ego problem, thinking that they know it all. That usually creates relationship problems, and a lot of older folks have that problem. So being irrelevant, being under a rock is no fun. So when we all get to our older age and be retired, remember, continuous learning is a very foundational part of being happy. Habit number 8 of happy people is to have strong relationships. Research has shown that relationships are a foundation to happiness. Spend enough time with your friends, spend enough time with your family. For myself, I go to Suntec City and Vivo City quite often. If you want to bump into me, I'm there usually for my set lunches. And for myself, I actually prioritize travel quite a bit at this stage in life. My kids are still young. I'm looking to make memories for them, and more importantly, I understand that once they get to teenage and older years, they are not going to stay with daddy too much. I set aside a 5 to 10% budget for traveling each year. I don't know what about you, but traveling need not always be to Disneyland. It can be to Desaru, and for myself, I visit Malaysia quite often. I even have this viral TikTok video about Puteri Harbour. So if you want to check me out on TikTok, look for links below. Habit number 9 to stay happy is to have meaningful goals and purpose. You know what's stressful? Someone who is bored. Really. A lot of retirees are unaware of this, and they get to retirement thinking that it's fun sitting on the beach all day, but actually being bored is very stressful. Happy people have goals, happy people have direction, happy people have certain fulfillment. And that's why a lot of times on this channel, I suggest semi-retirement to be a serious consideration for many, because semi-retirement gives you back your identity. You can work in a simple job, you can do a volunteer work, and if you are so lucky, you can actually contribute to the grooming of your own grandchildren. Don't underestimate the lack of identity and its tie-in with happiness. And if you're looking to understand more about semi-retirement, check out this previous video which I've done before, and I'll leave it towards the end of this discussion also. Be always aware, happiness is not by chance, but by choice. Habit number 10 to be happy is to build in stability in your life. People who are happily retired are not under financial stress. They know for sure how their next bill is going to be paid because they have cash flows in their retirement. Do know again, when we all become older, that's a phase whereby our mental capacity is a bit weaker. We're unable to keep track of everything that easily, and it's a good time to simplify the equation. That is why also I'm a big supporter of paying off your mortgage early. In this OCBC Wellness Index, you would realize that 2 in 5 Singaporeans are facing mortgage stress as interest rates continue to climb. When you get to retirement, you don't be forced with an extra burden of mortgage that forces you to consider whether you need to downgrade and leave this environment that you like or not. And that's why having a proper retirement plan builds in that stability. As always, if you're looking for advice on a full retirement planning perspective, Look for my links below. I work on a fee-based approach, and a lot of my work is to design out predictability and stability in your retirement cash flows, and hopefully planning early gives you the right runway to accomplish them. Thank you for watching Right at the Very End. As always, check out our proud sponsor for today, Moomoo, and their National Day campaign. And if you haven't seen my previous tutorial on semi-retirement, check this video out. It will help explain things a bit better. And if you've seen that, maybe look for this, which is 8 things happy retirees do. Some surprising recommendations. I'll see you in either of these videos. Take care as always. Goodbye.